exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you and love, life's sweetest reward.
Welcome, welcome everyone. Hello, hello. It's so nice to see you all. Wave if you can hear me. This is good. This is good. So we had about 68 people sign up for this Zoom today. So I am so excited that you all are participating. We'll give them a couple minutes. My name is Nancy. If you don't know who I am, with Royal Splendor and Royal Splendor Travel, we have Dana from Princess Cruise Line here. She's waving. And we have Christine. This is great. Everybody remember Miss Christine? For those who don't know her, Christine is not only my BFF, which I get to see in 2 weeks, but also a fabulous helper with all of our cruises. And let's see here, Christine, I have you as a co-host, so if you see that sign that says admit all, just let them on for me. That would be lovely. All right, and we also have Sharon in the house. Where's Miss Sharon Roker? There she is. She is our Royal Cruise Director, activity gal. So, oh, Jane says hello. Hello, Miss Jane. How are you doing? Thank you for your amazing list. Okay. So I do apologize. I was having some technical issues. Hey, Kathy. Oh my gosh, everybody looks fantastic. But we're rocking and rolling. Raise your hand if you have already signed up for Greece. Yay. Sharon's thinking about it. Sharon, I love your new haircut.
Oh, lots of people already. Cool.
Looks great. Cynthia, you already have your hand up, and Valerie too. Okay. All right. Well, are these questions about Sun Princess? If they're not questions about Sun Princess, please put your hand down, and then we will have 15 minutes of questions for after. We don't want to inundate Dana with with questions regarding any billing or those type of things. She's here on a Sunday, and we're excited to have her. Well, we're going to get started here. Let's see, a few more people are jumping on, and I am going to pull up my a couple people are just texting me trying to get some help. That's okay. Oh, let's see here. Zoom, it's a love-hate relationship, isn't it?
Technology can be a love-hate relationship.
I know. Well, I had to restart. Sorry about that, everyone. Okay.
And it always works perfectly when you're not doing anything. It's when you have a Zoom call or a Teams call or something is when it just messes up. It's just how it is.
Yeah,
exactly.
I couldn't get in on my computer. I had to switch to my iPad, which I've not put a picture on yet.
That's okay. Hello, Miss Joe. Miss Joe Elliott is going to be coming with us. Joe has retired from the Red Hat Society, and she is now fancy and free. Joe, say hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi, Joe.
Everybody knows Joe. I love it.
I don't know why I can't be seen.
Me too.
I've combed my hair and everything.
You did your hair. Aw. Well, you may want to pop off and come back on and make sure when you when it says audio and video, make sure you click the button to use your Wi-Fi. or is your camera on either your cell phone or your laptop closed? Make sure your camera is open, a little
Okay.
shutter. Christine's going to be so kind to help in the chat, ladies. So if you have any questions, and then I can help you. Michael, nice to have you on. Michael's already started the questions, so I'm going to hit questions a little bit later. And I think I'm ready to pull that up. Just a second here. I'm going to log into oh my gosh, this light just came on all by itself. That was crazy. If you're wondering where I am actually at my mom's. I came here a little early to hang out with mom, and then we have, of course, family dinner. And I said, oh my God, guys, I have a Zoom. I was just so excited. I completely blew it. So you get to hang out. I'm in the kitchen for comedy cooking in my mom's kitchen. I won't tell you where I was before. Well, unfortunately, I'm not having any luck bringing that up. My little presentation. Worked on it so hard.
Hey, Barb.
Maybe. How do I share this to share? Oh, well, sometimes things just don't work at times. Let me try one more time. Okay. All right, that's okay. We're just going to start. I can't get my PDF to work. It's just going to be one of those days. So, Dana, why don't you tell us a little bit more about the Sun Princess, when it arrived, when its first time that it landed in the ocean.
I'm just trying to see if I can get mine up here. So bear with me a second. If I can get mine to go.
Okay.
Let me see if
Let me give you sharing.
I've got a share screen. Oh, disabled. If you want to enable it, I can see if I can share mine and just talk a little bit about the sun.
I just enabled you, and
okay.
I do apologize.
All right, let's see. Let's see if I can pull this up and share it. Bear with me a moment. The Sun Princess is actually, while I'm looking for this, I'll talk to you guys about her. So she has actually been in the water, so to speak, for months, quite a while. She's in Europe still. Her first voyage will be for the US, will be out of Fort Lauderdale on the 15th of October. She's going to do some Caribbean itineraries and then go back to Europe eventually. Her sister ship, the Star, will be coming out in the fall of 25, and she is going to be based in Alaska for the Alaska season in 26, which is super exciting because we have not had a ship on the West Coast for Alaska in, I can't tell you how long. It's been a really, really long time. So I'm super excited about that. And I'm just trying to get this rolling here. Bear with me 1 second. It looks to me like it wants to cooperate. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right, let me come back to you. So she is large for us. She's 4,300 guests, which is largest ship for us, but she has all of the bells and whistles that you can possibly imagine, which is wonderful. And I'm just going to get this. I'm going to share. Bear with me 1 minute. I will get this open. And come on, computer, work with me here.
Oh, we see something.
Yeah, it's just, let me see if I can get it going here. No, that's not what I want. Come on. Yeah, it's thinking about it. There we go. So now can you see, do you see the Here Comes the Sun? Everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to take a super deep dive into this because there are a lot of slides in here, but I will kind of run through the overall gist of the ship. So great picture over here. So you can see in the center, right below the logo, that area that looks a little blurred. That's the Sphere, and we'll go into that. That's actually the piazza area, which is the general area when you board the ship where a lot of things are happening. It's 3 decks high. There's all kinds of things going on and around there. I do have some photos of that we'll go over. And then the Dome, which is right below the double S's in Princess, is a beautiful new area that is brand new to us, where we have a lot of activities. There's a show there that's very Cirque du Soleil that goes on up in that area. Also, the party for our elites happens up there. So this is also the first eco-friendly liquefied natural gas vessel, which is a big deal when you're talking about keeping the ocean clean and the air clean. And you can see here celebrating the views. It's been designed outward facing. So we've really tried to make the majority of the cabins, balcony, ocean view, what have you. And then that Sphere adds to that as well. So this is inside the Sphere. This is what I was talking about, the piazza area, the general area when you come on board. You can't really get an idea of it at this size. I had a couple of my travel agents send me a video of when they actually walked in here, and it's absolutely spectacular. They had fireworks and things going on that large screen there. There was a piano player in the center playing music. It was just a beautiful way to be welcomed on board. And you can see that the levels around that area of the piazza, you have bars, you have restaurants, little areas you can gather. It's a lovely place to just hang out for the day. Here again, it shows you the outward facing. So the side of that Sphere is all glass. And you can see there the middle level. You can kind of see there obviously in a port there, but you can see it's completely glass facing that way as it is above and below. Just a couple things I'm going to go over, some nice public area. Those of you that love coffee like me, which is Coffee Currents is a nice little area on board. We also have Bellini's Bar, which is very, very popular with people getting their special martinis and such. And then sushi. If you're into sushi, there's also a sushi bar on board. One of my favorites is Crooners, because I used to go here with a lot of my coworkers and a lot of my friends, and we would just have some cocktails and listen to the person playing the piano. They would take requests. They would play oldies, new music. It's just a very relaxed, nice little place to hang out and be with people, get to know new people. Alfredo's Pizza is our pizzeria. Best pizza at sea. I have yet to find a place on land that is actually as good as ours, so I will definitely wave that flag for our pizza. International Cafe is a great place you can go to get finger foods, coffee, simple things that you want 24 hours a day, which is lovely. Also now an outdoor area for International Cafe. So none of our ships have this. All the International Cafe on our vessels has been interior. So this is very nice to have it interior and actually an exterior as well. And this is one of the coolest things ever. So the Princess Arena can now do in the round. So this is like the theater. It can do how it used to, where the stage would be all the way up front and then the seats would be behind it, or in the round, which is very, very popular with a lot of entertainers. I kind of prefer in the round. That way that if it's a comedian or if it's a musician or something, they can sort of move around and make sure that everybody's kind of seeing everything. Princess Live is a wonderful place again, where they do a lot of games, game shows. They have pianists in there, music stuff going on in there. Also, if you have a group on board and you wanted to have a little presentation or a little something for your group, you can use Princess Live for that as well. Good Spirits is where Rob Floyd does his magical mixes with his cocktails. So it's a really fun place to go and check out all of his offerings. This is what I was talking about, the dome. So this is the inside of the dome, which is on the top of the ship. There's a lot of things that happen here during the day. At nighttime, you can imagine the plexiglass up top is lit up with lights because we do have evening activities here. And there you go. You can kind of see how lovely it is. So to go from this in the daytime, which is so inviting, you have a bar there in the back. You can hang out with people, chit chat, do whatever you'd like. And then at nighttime, it's a very, very different experience. So it's just a really cool spot. It's also where they have the Cirque du Soleil type show. The Horizons dining room. So this is one of the main dining rooms here. You can see floor to ceiling glass, which is wonderful. You can see out, very modern looking. I cannot wait to get on board in October. I do so many of these presentations and I just go, please, please get me on here. I just cannot wait to go. Crown Grill, one of our specialty restaurants and one of my absolute favorite places to dine. Zapatini's is our other specialty restaurant, which is an Italian restaurant. Lasagna is absolute perfection if you're into Italian food. My grandmother was Sicilian, And God bless her, she made the best pasta and the best sauce ever. And when she passed away, my sister and I found her recipe, and we have not been able to perfect it. And I think what she did is she would just do a dash of salt. You know, she'd sort of pick it up and throw it in. And we were following the recipe, and it just doesn't taste the same. So if you like Italian pasta and Italian food, Zapatini's is a great option. This is something I think is absolutely beautiful. I'm afraid of heights, so it's not something I would do. But there is a pool that is enclosed in glass that hangs over the ship. So kind of like that thing in the Grand Canyon where you can look down through the plexiglass, which is just not my cup of tea. But this area right here is a beautiful place to hang out. You can see you've got a pool area there. You've got some hot tubs there. You'll have bar service there as well. This is what I was talking about on the left. You can see that little lip hanging over like that. I'm sure it's beautiful. I will go look at it. However, I will not be engaging in swimming in that pool because of my fear of heights. But you can see this area looks very inviting, very pleasing, absolutely beautiful. Like I said, you can get bar service there. There are little covered areas there too, if you can grab those. It's just a really nice place to hang out versus hanging out like by the main pool, if you want to just be kind of off the beaten path. The Seaview Terrace, another place there you can see on the top deck. Lovely place to hang out. And then here's the Lido pools. So this is where most people hang if they want to be near a pool. I prefer to be outside with the ocean air and near a pool, but not necessarily here because this can get pretty busy and kind of loud. So I would probably opt for one of the other options that I just showed you previously. There's the Lido pools at night where you also have movies under the stars, which is a great place to catch a movie. So a lot of those will be showing during your cruise, which is a wonderful, nice outdoors at night, having some popcorn and watching a first run film. The Sanctuary, my happy place. If you've not experienced the Sanctuary, you definitely need to check it out when you get on board. It does have a daily fee. It is adults only, 16 and over. It is near the spa area. Every time I go in here, I swear that I hear very faint music. The smells of the spa come up like a lovely lavender smell, and it just completely brings my blood pressure down. So I would suggest definitely checking it out. I'm going to go quickly through the staterooms here. So we have different layouts for the staterooms, and this is just looking at the balcony cabins. You can see they're just sort of flip-flop, so kind of reverse. Deluxe balcony, again, reverse option is available. And you can see if you've sailed with us before, you can see we brought in a really modern feeling into the stateroom, simple but modern, which I really, really like. And then there's also, I call them drone views. They're kind of architect type views of how the stateroom is laid out. And you can see, yeah, that in-room sofa, big deal. People like that. And the bathroom. So this is a big deal. Yeah, that's a big yay, Nancy. I totally get it, believe me. Fighting with the shower curtains on cruise ships is just not fun. It's not fun. I did not warn my husband. I took him on a cruise, and all I heard was elbows banging against the wall, and he came out and he was so mad. Why didn't you tell me about the shower curtain? It slipped my mind, literally. So now all of our new ships are going to have the glass doors, which is a big yay. So I agree with you, Nancy. Jumping around for that is a big deal because it is a big deal. Here's our cove balcony stateroom. So the difference on this is it's in part of the ship that sort of bends a bit. So your balcony is a little bit different. I can go into detail if anybody asks any further questions on that. I haven't physically seen one because I've not been on board yet, but I do kind of have an understanding of them. Sort of the bottom part of the balcony can be actually covered in metal versus actually plexi to being able to see through because the ship is actually angled where those are. There you go. You can see that there too. Oh, I'm talking about a different one. I apologize. So the cove balcony you can see here is an enclosed balcony. If you've sailed on the Queen Mary 2, I had a stateroom like this when I was on the Queen Mary 2. And it just is a little bit more enclosed. You don't have that open air that you would have in some of the decks above, like where the lifeboats are. You can see how open they are. I was referring to the ones at the front. So see, when I get on board, I will have far more accurate details, but this gives you a nice idea of where those cove balconies are. Ocean view stateroom, again, they have the reverse layout. You can see the nice big window if that's your cup of tea. And if you're looking at a different version of this, it would be bed on the other side, desk on the other side. There you go, get a nice idea of that. And then we have the interior stateroom, which has the two twins that can be converted to one bed if that's something that you wanted as well. Again, those shower doors. Ooh, mini suites, those are my thing. I absolutely love a mini suite. I won't sail without one. I'm spoiled. I don't know how else to describe it. I've been cruising for, good grief, over 40 years. So I can't go lower than a mini suite. And I've spoiled my husband now too. He can't either. So our mini suites are really, really nice. And you can see the layout here. The big difference is where that sofa is. That's that extra section you have versus a balcony stateroom to a mini suite. And then you can also see how the closets are. The closets are doors with some drawer space as well. So we've really done a nice job of kind of upping the game with a lot of our competitors to see how we are on board based on our guest recommendations and suggestions. So the mini suites I'm going to go into a little bit here because we do have something called the Sanctuary Collection, and it is actually in the process of being revamped. We just did a huge webinar for our travel advisors on it. It is our 4 series are 4 top of suites, the top 2 of mini suites, and also our deluxe balconies on the Sun and the Star only. And you get premier included, you get entrance to the sanctuary. The suite guests have their own private lounge. All of the Sanctuary Collection has their own dining room. So there's a lot of benefits to this. Traveling with a group like Nancy's, you're probably all going to want to dine together. So more than likely you would go into the different categories where everybody would be in the dining room together. But if you cruise with us in the future, and this is something that you're looking at, you definitely want to talk to Nancy and her team about this because it is the most all-inclusive option for us. And it is called the Sanctuary Collection. So this gives you an idea of what the restaurant would look like for the guests that are in that. I'm not going to go too deep, as I said. We also have cabana mini suites on board, which you can see here in this photo. It took me a long time to get this concept. You can see there is a separate area just past the sofa that has a sliding door that can open to your actual balcony. So they've inserted what they're calling a cabana in there. So you can actually open that slider between your balcony and the cabana and actually have a much larger area where you would get ocean air and stuff coming in. Again, I will have a much better understanding of this when I'm standing in one when I go in October. It does seem like an amazing concept. I think it's a great thing that we offer. Some people want more space out on their balcony, and this would give them that with that private cabana where you could open that glass or not, totally up to you. And then you can see here on the left where those lounge chairs are under that little, looks like a little roof there. That is actually the balcony for the cabanas. So this is a private cabana deck that is for those cabana cabins only. So again, you have the balcony there. Behind that, you have the slider to your cabana, and then you have this cabana deck here. This is the restaurant that would be for the Sanctuary Collection people. And then this is the lounge that is actually for the suite guests. So I don't want to go too deep into this, Nancy. I'm actually going to stop sharing because I think a lot more of this goes into areas that we don't really need to go into right now. But I am happy at whatever point you want people to open up and ask questions. I'm totally good for that whenever you want to do that.
Okay, thank you so much, Dana. I had a question regarding, this is from Laura. She was wondering, is the Cove balconies totally enclosed? And I can't really type that description.
No, so let me see if I can go. Let me go back to that one slide. Bear with me. I'll go back to
Barbara,
the slide.
I'll be right with you.
Yeah, I'll go back to the slide that shows it. Bear with me a sec. And just close your eyes for a minute because it's going to be kind of weird going back so fast. So there it is. Okay, so you can see where the red is outlined there. Yes. Those are the Cove balconies. So yes, they're kind of enclosed, but not fully. You have that area open there, which is like a large window area where you could go up to the railing and look out, but it's not an open balcony per se as another balcony category would be. Hopefully that makes sense.
So it's a door by your picture. It's a door instead of a sliding glass door. So you can still walk out. Can you show that picture? I think it's the picture of the actual layout. So ladies, if you see the door, so it looks like you're like a screen door, it's a glass door, you open it out and then you walk out and you do have your 2 chairs. There's a little table, but it is what it would be like enclosed, but you can still see out and you have the railing. It's just not completely cut open. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's it exactly. Like if you look several decks above, you can see how the other balconies are where there's no top and there's no enclosure. So they're calling them cove balconies because they are in the better part of the hull of the ship, and enclosed. I'm going to put it this way: you can see where they're located. They're directly below where the tenders and lifeboats are. So you could potentially have quite a bit of noise there if they're doing lifeboat drills, crew training, anything like that with those boats coming up and going down. I think it's a great option to have them, but I would recommend, if balcony is your jam, that you go with something that is a regular balcony and not the cove. And that's just my opinion looking at the side view of the ship here, because those tenders have to come out of the ship and be lowered. So you would have a lot of that noise and stuff going on. And as you can imagine, they do crew drills a lot when we're out at sea. So those do happen. I would hate to have someone be in there and say, yeah, the whole afternoon I was trying to sit on my balcony and there was the lifeboat in front of me. So yeah. So I think it's a wonderful thing. I just say, if that's something you're looking at, see how much more it is to do an actual regular balcony where you would have the full balcony experience.
Okay. Well, I know a few of you have chosen a cove balcony, one for pricing. Two, we'll look to see, if that's something, since this is a brand new ship for all of us, if you do want to upgrade, I can see what's available. And Princess is still having the fabulous 40% off sale. So we still have plenty of time to make those adjustments. Well, thank you so much, Dana. That is really, really great information. I've
Linda has a
watched
couple.
yeah, hold on just a second. Barbara
Thank you.
was first. Barbara Lisiak, can you unmute? And there you go. And I'll get to you, hello, ladies. I'll get to everyone. There's a little raise your hand on the bottom of your screen, or depending, see how I can lift my hand up and take my hand down. If you want to click on that, that would help you put in the queue. Okay, Barbara, you have a question for Dana.
I have a question, but I also have a compliment for anybody that's never been on a Princess, because by the time we sail, it's only going to be my fourth Princess. However, you all have the best closets. The best
Yeah, we do.
closet space of any cruise ship I've been on. And I've
Thank you
done
for that.
Holland American, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian. And so I love the whole idea of letting my long things hang long.
Yeah.
But the other question that I have, and I don't know if that's available on Sun Princess, but a few months ago, the Chicago Tribune ran a whole article in our travel section regarding the fact that there are now so many people in our age group that like to travel by themselves, and they're adjusting some of their cabins to single person cabins rather than having the double that you have to pay extra money for because you're sailing by yourself in a large cabin. Is Princess doing any of that anytime soon? Because they are actually redoing some of the, not Princess, but some of the others are redoing some of their ship cabins to accommodate single travelers with a balcony.
So what we have, just to touch on that, we actually have a section on our internal website for agents called OneSource, where we have a reduced rate program for singles. And I put it out in my newsletter to my advisors a lot. It's not every sailing. However, it is quite a few. I was pleasantly surprised. And, normally you're paying 200%, which has always driven me crazy. As a former travel agent, it was a pet peeve of mine. I had a lot of single ladies whose husbands didn't travel, or they never married, or they were widowed, whatever the situation. I hated charging them that 200%. Well, Princess has come out with quite a few of our voyages that do offer single supplement rate, reduced rates. The cool part about us is we don't have single cabins. So you're staying in a regular size stateroom. None of our ships, even our new builds, don't have single occupancy staterooms. Whether we'll do that down the line, I really don't know. I love the fact, though, that you can get a reduced rate with us and you're sailing in a regular size cabin. I've seen some of those single cabins and they are super, super tiny.
Yeah.
Really, really tiny, like the size of my bathroom tiny. So I would say work with Nancy and her team. And, if there's a destination you want or something in particular you're looking for, they can keep an eye out for that, because that list is updated, I believe, once or twice a month. And it's pretty decent, and it's all categories. It's not just, you know, a couple insides or a couple outsides. It can go all the way up to the balconies and the mini suites. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, sure.
So normally, very good questions. Thank you, Barbara, and thank you for the compliment for Princess. So, Dana, she's a great cruiser and customer and friend. So when you are when you're booking as a single, I automatically give you the single supplement rate right off the bat. So if you're going by yourself and if it's available, I have always done that. I've never, and Dana was saying more and more have more and more cruises have opened up to that. I know British Isles, there was a nice single supplement. So for this particular cruise, to be honest with you, I have been working so many hours. I don't have my book with me, but I will double check to see what they were. Okay, we'll get to.
I don't need one for now. I'm just saying
You don't need one,
in the future,
like
in
that,
the event
no,
nobody wants to go with me and you can't like partner up with someone. Well, you know, I got sick, so I don't want anybody to be, I don't want to be coughing on anybody.
I know, and it's so good that you're doing so much better.
Yes.
But to answer one other question, then I'll get to Marcia and Linda. We do have gals that are looking for roommates. So if you are interested in coming and you haven't signed up for this cruise, I do my best, but I also need you to be your own cheerleader as well to find a family member, a friend, or that person that you would like to travel with. I have been very, very lucky because just recently we were able to get a lot of people paired up. So I would love to go, I'd love for you to let me know once you sign up and then we can work forward. Nice thing is this cruise is until 2026, so we have plenty of time. All right, let's see here. Miss Linda and Miss Marshall, Marcia, I'm going to ask you to unmute so you can ask your question. You look beautiful.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Marcia Linda, and this is Della Lynn. We're twins.
Della, yes, I know.
Yes.
Sorry.
They're twins. Nice to see you both.
And
That's
if we could
awesome.
have, if you could find us some less expensive singles, put us on that list. My questions are.
You're on the best price, girls.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So the doors and stuff that lead out to the ocean, are there curtains, window coverings, blinds?
Yes.
Is there something
there's curtains. Yes.
Okay, that's good enough. And then are you able to rest my sister and my mind about motion sickness? Because we do have that challenge.
Okay, so here's what I would say about this. I don't have that, so I'm very sympathetic with people that do. I've traveled with people that do. I actually spoke to my doctor about this because there were so many things on the market, and she recommended ginger gum, which I said, what? Ginger gum? Really? And she said, I'm telling you, ginger is really good. I don't like to take Dramamine and all those things because they make me loopy, and I don't want to be loopy feeling that way. I would also suggest that when you're looking at a location for your stateroom, that you take a look at the deck plan of the ship, like a slice side view of it. And right in that center elevator section, you make a T over those elevators and a circle and stay in that center part of the ship, because that is going to be where you're going to have the least amount of motion. There's always going to be a little bit, but your best option is to be right there. And depending on what category you guys looked at, Nancy and her team can certainly help you do that. I've also talked to people that have done the little patches behind the ear that they said were quite effective. I would not recommend unless anybody has used them, but I had several friends that did the wristband things with a little pressure point. And if you move that in any way, it's not where it's supposed to be on your wrist. So my feeling on that is I would talk to a pharmacist for sure and find some over-the-counter stuff. The patches I've heard are very good. The ginger gum I've heard is very good. I did a transatlantic crossing with my husband, and I had no idea what he was going to be like. And as you can imagine, a crossing can get pretty bouncy. And he had ginger gum. and he just chewed this gum, and he's not a gum person, but he had no issues. And I thought, oh, wow, okay. Because we were literally at a window playing cards, and it was so bad. The waves were so big, I had to close the curtain. I said, I can't watch that. I don't feel it. But oh my goodness, when I looked out the window, I thought, well, we're on a different itinerary here because I'm not feeling that movement at all. And he did really good with the ginger gum. So I would definitely talk to a pharmacist. For me, if I had it, I mean, I take a couple medications, so I would have to be very, very aware of things that may interfere with medication, which is why I would probably opt for something a little bit more holistic, that may not interact with the meds that I'm taking. Hopefully that will help.
Thank you. I hope that helps some other people too. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sisters. You guys are just lovely. Look at the two of you.
Thank
They
you.
are
I
sweet.
love that. Love that.
We
They
live
were
across the
tricking-
street from each other. We don't live together, so that's why we would like to have our own rooms, but it may not work. Okay, thank you.
So,
Mhm.
ladies, you're in a midi suite. Because of the popularity of this cruise, you are in the best section we could get you to, but we're always can move you more mid. But right now you are in mid aft, so still not bad. It's just not right in mid. Mid is everyone's favorites, but sometimes it is what we can get at the time too. But the trick of, in my experiences with so many fabulous royals, is make sure you are putting on that patch before you're feeling sick, because you can never, you don't catch up to seasickness. So you put the patch and you're already sick, it's not going to help very much. So put it on as you're getting on the ship and you'll be doing much better. And some people in the notes were saying, like Joe and Brenda, saying that that bracelet did work for them.
Oh, cool.
So bring a little bit of everything. And if it does really get bad, they have the most amazing medical team on board. You can go down there, they'll give you something for nausea, and then we take care of it with travel insurance later on when we get home. So, great question, though. Thank you, ladies. All right. Anybody else have some questions that you would like to ask Dana regarding the ship or this itinerary? Dana, have you done this itinerary a few
I have not.
times?
I have not.
You
No.
haven't been on this itinerary. Oh,
No,
okay.
I have not. I was just talking to my husband. We were looking at the brochure when it came in the mail, and I said, I'm circling all the places I want to go. Yeah, no, and I have not done that itinerary. That's on my list for sure, as many others.
Okay. Well, you can come and join us. I think there's a cabin
I'm
there
thinking.
somewhere for you.
Looks like a fun group.
It is a lot of fun. It is a really, really great group. Okay, well, we are going to say thank you to Dana. I know she has family in town as well. She and appreciate you being here. Sorry about the tech issues at the very
No
beginning,
worries.
but thank you.
My pleasure. Good to see everybody. Yeah, and you're in great hands with Nancy and her team. All good.
Oh, all right. Well, we'll see you next time you're in Colorado.
Perfect.
Thank you,
Have a
Dana.
great
Thank
day, guys.
you.
Bye, everybody. Wave to Dana. Give her big hugs.
Bye.
Woo. Yay, I love it.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
Exactly.
Bye.
Wonderful. Well, okay, so that was nice to hear someone else's perspective. So it was great to see her and for her to jump on for us. So I know many of you have booked, and there are a few who haven't booked. This was just really a great little Zoom to have Dana come on and help us with the ship. I took hours and hours of classes on the ship, and I already learned a few new things as well. That slide presentation that she has, I'll put up for you guys to. I'll email you for those who already have a booking. There was a brand new slide presentation that we made for today. Does anybody have any questions that I haven't answered yet? Because I know there was a few that started in the very beginning. If you have a question, raise your hand. Okay, all right. How many of you are, woo, there we go. Wow, look, hey, boy, hey, everybody, look at how, if you flip through the photos, you're going to recognize people. Okay, so the biggest the announcement that was made at the beginning of the year is, yes, Royal Splendor and Royal Splendor Travel, after 10 fabulous years, are no longer a licensee with Red Hat Society. We wish them very big hugs and huge thanks for all the most amazing experiences we had. Going forward, Royal Splendor and Royal Splendor Travel is creating a different virtual format where you have a brand new website coming in October. As those who shop with us, you know the challenges we've been having with our current website. So, which all came, slapped us in the face when we came home from the British Isles, all these changes. So it's taken us a little while for us to find what we want to do, have it written for us, a custom website, and then we'll be launching it in October. We will definitely be sharing more about that. We will have our Royal Splendor travel portal within that new website. We're trying to keep you all safe from Facebook, because if I get one more scammer sending me a Facebook message or cloning my profile, I am going to scream. I mean, you cannot believe how many times we go in every day and say it's spam and ask Facebook to delete them. So we're going to be able to bring our Alaska and our Greece and going forward and Dollywood right into our website. So you'll get more information about that. This is not a Red Hat Society cruise, as I've mentioned when I've spoke to about this cruise with you personally on Zooms or at any other time. We are still going to have lots of fun. It's a Royal Splendor travel. You are welcome to bring red hats if you'd like. It is truly up to you. I promise you it will still be as delightful and as much fun and making memories for all of the royals that have traveled with us before and travel in the future. So I hope that answers some of the questions that I know I've gotten. So I'm really looking forward to moving forward. And also, we're very excited about our new partnership with Dollywood, with the Imagination Library, where we will be giving a percentage of our sales to help the Imagination Library across the United States provide books for kiddos from age 0 to 5 at no cost. So that I've been missing that piece in my heart for nonprofit. I've been very involved in nonprofit for so many years, and I look forward to getting back involved with more nonprofit associations in the future. Okay, so Michael, hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. And I see
Yeah.
you have Barb. Hi, Barbara.
I'm Nancy.
Yeah, she's in the wings. The last time I know the focus is on all the red hats, on the lovely ladies here. But I never heard a mention or seen anything written about some of the sons that, may plan 2 years out. I don't have a wife, so I have a girlfriend that may or may not be around, but
So do you want me to be a matchmaker for you now, Mike?
no, not at this point. I can do that on my own. I've had a little experience, a touch. But there's I always want something with one of the upper graded rooms with a balcony or a suite or something like that. So I don't want to pay $10,000-$11,000, but I don't mind paying, 5 to 7 if I had a roommate. If any sons or probably not daughters, because I got 6 sisters, that's enough for me. But that may want to, you might put that out there at each of your upcoming, just, hey, if there are any sons or brothers or somebody that may want to go, they may look at it and say, well, I'm not going to get a roommate. I don't want to spend a single occupancy. And if you do come across that, it's almost double. It was almost double for me last time, having my own room. And also,
Well,
I'm looking. Go ahead.
Sorry. No, I was going to say we are finding that we're doing more families as well. So that's good to know. that you would be interested in, rooming with another family member. That possibly is an odd family member, male that wants to go to be with mom or grandma or somebody. That would be
Yeah.
great.
And
I'll
I know
put that in your notes.
not everyone knows how to, download and print and look at all the details, but so can you go over for everyone that's here? What's the requirement now for the deposit and when that deposit's refundable? And when like if I made the deposit, I want to change my mind because I don't want to, spend that much money
Sure.
or whatever.
No
And also,
problem.
Mom, you have any questions? I know Mom has questions.
If he doesn't go, Dolores and I both are not very hip with that computerized thing, the Wi-Fi. I have a cell
Well,
phone, but I'm, you gave
yes.
everything asked to, and then I had to have him, and Dolores had her daughter who helped her.
And she will be 90, by the way, when she goes on that cruise.
I know, but you act like you're in your 50s,
Okay.
which I love. Okay,
Yeah,
so
89.
Thanks, Barbara. So what goes on, for those who haven't booked, we have a brand new system called Travel Joy that is doing all of our reservations for us and invoicing and monthly payments. So there is the link. Christine, do you have that link or you need me to find it? So the link for the cruise, we'll put it in the chat, but we've also have had it on our emails, and it's also on our Royal Splendor Facebook page, our Royal Splendor Travel Facebook page. And someone says, Barbara, what, 90 with a question mark? You look fabulous.
No,
I don't.
89. I'm only 89.
You're 89 now, right? But Mike spilled the beans, so you can,
She brags
So
about it. She's not
anyways.
right her age, so.
I know. So what happens is you fill out the registration form. Princess is doing a $99 refundable deposit. So
I think I did it already.
Yes, so it's going on right now. I put the deadline for the 20th of this month. I do always give myself a little buffer, and they are also doing a 40% off. So what happens if, for those who are interested, even if you don't have a roommate, let's get you in a cabin to secure a cabin, and then we can always add a roommate later. Their deposit may be different, but they get the price that you get. So that kind of helps as well. So if you decide whatever payments you've made, if you want to do the payment plan, we can work with you on the month that you want to start the payment plan. I do run the credit cards because I manually input them. I start on the 10th, and it's going to take me now 4 days to get through both trips. So just so we start on the 10th, but you can choose whatever month. So say 6 months from now, you decide that you want to add someone, boom, we add it. We add that person, ask that person to please fill out the registration form. I get their information, and then we add them into your booking, and we go from there. Let's say you need to cancel because you got this fabulous new job. Anything that you've paid into this cruise to Princess Cruise Line, the $99 plus any monthly payments is fully refundable up to January
26.
January the 15th of 2026. Sorry, I just want to make sure my brain is correct. So you would get back. So they're really, other than the time, there really is, it's a perfect scenario. Yeah. Now, the concierge fee, which is my fee for this cruise, is $199 per person for 2+ years work. Unfortunately, that is the only thing that's non-refundable.
Okay.
So
if I can make a recommendation, if there's ladies that printed this out and are looking at it, and I'm looking at this page right now, and you already told me the modified date. They're saying, "Oh, I already missed the expiration date of yesterday for this 40% off," and they don't ask the questions. Like, we don't see a price on the item, people are afraid to ask. You might put an email out saying that the price 40% off is still good until the 20th or whatever date.
Well, we have been doing a bunch of emails, and if I miss something on my big form, I'll definitely go change it tonight. So thank you for pointing that out. But yeah, so
Nancy.
it says it expires on 8/20/2024.
Okay.
Can I say something?
That's okay.
I gave up my computer. My daughter's picking it up, so I go through him now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
check her
Barbara, I
emails on
just-
my phone. Yeah,
Yes, and
I'll
I
be checking
send-
her emails, so if it's,
Right.
But I don't have the computer anymore. It's picked up because I don't want to
Okay.
mess with it. Well,
Yeah, so if you're having problems, you just need to let me know, and I'm happy to print them off and mail them to you.
That's fine.
If you need some help, okay, Barbara? I'm always
Okay.
there.
things you're not responsive, just come to me and I'll check it out. And I think that's all we,
Perfect. Any other questions, Mike?
I'm sure I'll come up with some later, but thank you. That pretty much took care of what I need.
Okay, thank you so much. Janice, you have a question? Janice, you have to put your little hand down.
Okay, can you
I
hear
mean,
me?
you have to turn it. Okay, go ahead, hon.
Getting any prices on this trip? Where do I find the prices?
Okay, so the prices, if you click on the link and scroll all the way down, let me do a screenshot so you guys can see. Now, the prices vary depending on your cabin. And they always, there we go. Let's see here. Can you all see that? There we are.
Thank you.
Okay, so when you click on the link, it says Alaska, and you scroll down, you read all the information. There's a lovely short video on the Sun Princess.
Talking
That's
about
Alaska.
I'm talking
Sorry,
about
we're talking about Greece. Hold on a second. Let me get to, see,
I just came back from Alaska. I'm like,
that's okay, Christine, I got Greece up. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, that's Christine accidentally put the wrong, that's okay. So here's our Greece. So you scroll down and we talk about Greece. We are doing a Rome pre-tour. We're actually doing 2 tours, which means is we're going to go to 2 different places in Rome at the same time. So there's going to be a tour A and a tour B. What does that mean? A lot of us have already done the cathedral, the Vatican, the inner city or city style attractions, but you can still do that because we'll definitely have a fabulous pre-tour set for that. Then tour B will be we're going to go to southern Italy and do some coastal cities and go south. So for those who've done Rome, this is going to be exciting because we're going to be able to offer you hopefully something you haven't done in the past. We also have Barcelona. That's going to be also our post tour in Barcelona because that's where the ship ends. Okay, so here we went through a lot of this already because we had Dana on and she did a beautiful job. Here is our itinerary with pictures and some descriptions of all the lovely places. At sea, we have, of course, our beautiful At Sea program that we're promoting. So, or creating. So, just to give you an example, we're going to have a toga party. That's the only secret I'm going to tell you because it is going to be a lot of fun, and I can see you all dressed up in your togas. I love it. And yes, maybe borrow a sheet from your steward. Anyway, so here's your itinerary. You're going to read all the beautiful locations. And then here's the itinerary by date, a little bit more compact. Here is the cabins. And on the left, you're going to see the prices, okay? So depending on what type of cabin you're interested in, you're going to have the prices on the left here. Now, something that's new with Princess that started just a couple months ago is you're going to see a little asterisk there. Taxes and port fees are now included in this price. Before we had them separated, now they are all inclusive. So you just keep going down and now you'll see prices. So you're going to scroll down, and keep scrolling down. These are all the beautiful cabins. Okay. This is a good information. Oh, I see here where it says the 10th. I will change that to the 20th now. Thank you so much. And you never know, Princess may extend it. They did extend it now to the 20th, so that's awesome. Here is your cancellation policy. All the information about that. Your Princess Standard, these are your Princess options. Princess Standard, Princess Plus, and Princess Premier are most popular, and the one I recommend is Princess Plus. That provides you with your Wi-Fi, your beverage packages, whether it's alcohol or non-alcohol, your crew appreciation. You get 2 casual meals, you get 2 premium desserts, etc., etc., etc. Then it talks about TravelX, our travel advisor company for, and then here we go. Now it's going to say a penny because this system is a little bit unique because Princess is doing a $99 deposit. This was the easiest way for me to do this. So I'm going to say, okay, I heard I better get a balcony. So I'm going to click on the deluxe balcony. I have right here in the descriptions the starting at for double occupancy and the single occupancy. Now, please remember, this is starting at, depending on your location on the cruise ship, etc., your price could be a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Now, number of travelers is really important. You're going to want to click on this and select 1. Now, 1 is because I'm paying for myself with my own credit card. If you have yourself and your granddaughter, or yourself and your son, or yourself and your BFF, and you're using 1 credit card, then you could select 2, and it will give you a second registration form after you're done with the first one. But 99% of you select 1. So then you're going to scroll down and you're going to say, oh, the deluxe balcony is selected. Excellent. Then you're going to scroll down a little farther and I'm going to say, okay, I want the Princess Plus. And yes, I want more information about travel insurance. Travel insurance by law, I have to ask a yes or no question, but we are not even going to be talking about travel insurance until late summer next year because we need a total trip cost, meaning we need to know how much you're spending on the airplane. Are you doing the pre-tour or the post-tour? And we combine all of those numbers to figure out what where you are in the above form for the chart. Okay, and then on this side it says $99, awesome. Continue to travel information, traveler's information. And then this is where you fill out your form. If you do not have your passport at this time, that is fine. We will put that information in at a later date, but you do need to put your birth date. So it has a little red star, which means I need a birth date. So then you fill all this out, do the best you can. Remember, this is my template. This is my workbook. We can make changes if you make a mistake. You sign, and then it will say continue to payment. We are not charging your credit card at this time. This is just a secure placement holder for your credit card. So I can't go any further because I haven't filled out the form. Does that help everybody? Perfect. And yes, so Mike said that, thank you, Mike. So if you choose the Princess Plus, both, and you have 2 people in the cabin, they both have to have Princess Plus. If you have a third person in the cabin, that person does not have to have Princess Plus. They can choose Princess Standard. So it's just for the first 2 in the cabin has to have the same Princess option. Okay, let's see here. So Joe Elliott's asking about the cost of the pre-tour and post-tour. Well, I'm excited to say I want to thank Jane again. She has been diligently diving in the top things to do for the pre and post. So we sent her suggestions, and we've also been working with our European partners, and they have already come up with a few drafts for me. I told him I needed a few weeks to get that looked at, and David's starting to dig into it first because he makes me a map and he pinpoints all the map for me and all the things we can see. So it's a long process, trust me. So we'll have those out later this fall for you so we can definitely get those budgeted into your payment plan to make this a very easy, you know, easy, oh my gosh, I went blank, easy tour to add into your budget. Okay, Lori, you had a question. Hello, aloha, Lori from the Hawaiian Islands. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just curious, what is a casual meal? I mean,
Okay, a casual meal is if you want to go to the sushi restaurant, that's casual. If you want to go to the pizzeria, that's casual. So the Sabatini's, the Italian restaurant that she showed on the slideshow, that is a premium restaurant and it has a cover charge. So you have the restaurant we eat at, then you have these new casual places, and depending on the cruise ship, we have 2 or 3 casual places that you can eat at. And then you have the Sabatini's or the Crown Grill or one other one that has a paid cover charge.
so if you go to the casual ones after you've gone to your 2 free ones, so then you pay at those afterwards?
So if you decide, yes, so say you want to go and get your third pizzeria pizza because you've fallen in love with it, then you pay a small price for that pizza. I'm
Okay.
not sure how much it is, but they've made these different changes
Yeah.
on the ship in different restaurants.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, so if you are looking for a really great pizza and you've already used your 2 casual meals, you can go to the pool area because they've got really good pizza there as well. But if you want more of a fancier type of boutique pizza, that's where you would get it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And Lori, did you get, I got an email from you about your devices. Were they able to help you? Because I couldn't read anything on your email for your cabin.
Did I get?
That's okay.
Oh, yes, I did. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay,
No
perfect.
problem. Yeah.
Okay, so great question. Somebody asked is, do we have to make reservations? Normally, I haven't had to make a reservation at the sushi bar or at the pizzeria. If you go a little bit early, you can sit down quite fast. Otherwise, there's a small line and they turn their tables pretty fast. But we will be talking later on about the Princess app. You'll be able to make reservations in your Princess app. Now, you don't have to worry about making any other reservations for your regular dining because we do that for you. We will continue to eat at the same restaurant at the same time in the same location every night. So good questions. Let's see here. Do we sign up on our own or do it with us? Let's see here. Do we sign up on our own or do you do it with us? Okay, I'm not sure who this person has the question is because your name's not on your Zoom file. So to register and be in our group, yes, you have to sign up with Royal Splendor Travel. If you're having a difficult time with the registration page, because not everybody loves the computer, trust me, if you saw me an hour ago, I was about ready to throw my laptop out the window. We will just send me an email or call and say I'm having trouble and I will book an appointment and I can do it over the phone with you. Excellent. Yes, I did that for the twins and a few other people. Okay. All right. Now I have just a fast little presentation for you. Just maybe not. Let's see here. Was there any other questions while I look for this?
Is there 24-hour food someplace? Just curious.
There is always food you can find.
Okay. But just
But
dinner is when we eat together, but breakfast and stuff we go to and go on our own.
we will exactly. So breakfast you can eat at if it's a sea day, eat at the restaurant, be served because that's why you're on vacation. If it's a shore excursion day and you're doing a shore excursion, you may find yourself eating at the buffet area. Because it will just be faster for you. And then you can also get room service. I can't say how the room service is going to be on this sun. David and I are going to go on just like a little 3-dayer on the sun this fall, so I can try all these things out.
The International Cafe, you can get food all the time.
And the International Cafe, yes. And the early bird wins because it can get a little busy here. I'm just going through if there's any more questions. Any other questions?
I have
Okay, hi.
Hi, I wanted to know if when you sign up for the cruise, I've already been to Rome, so can I sign up for the cruise and just the post trip in Barcelona? Or if you sign up, you have to sign up for both before and after?
No, you're welcome to do whichever you want. So if you want to fly in the day before the cruise starts, we will have a hotel for you to stay at with those who are interested in doing the same thing, because we can't fly in the day the cruise ship leaves, not with the airlines the way it is. Then you would get on the cruise and then you would just come to Barcelona with us. So
I just want to do the cruise in Barcelona, so that would be fine.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. Yes. And when we have the packages out completely, then you can decide, maybe the Rome Tour B, I haven't been to some of those southern destinations. I may want to go there. So yes, everything's optional.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too, honey.
Okay, so let's see here. Yes, Linda.
Sorry. So Nancy, I think I was under the impression that this Zoom was for people who had already booked and not to ask other people. So we didn't ask any of the people that we thought were interested to come on because we thought this was for people who had already booked.
That's okay. We like to do smaller Zooms, Linda, because if it gets too large, it's hard to handle. So I'm happy to do another Zoom meeting with your group to see who's interested. There will be a recording of this that you can send them. We also have a few other recordings that we've done on Greece, so it's no problem.
Okay, because you don't have their email, so
no, I
we
do
gotta
not,
work that out. Okay, we'll work it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Okay, I do have this presentation, which I'm just going to show you briefly, and we will be emailing this out let's see here. Can you see that? This may be a nice way to introduce the Greek Isles to your friends who haven't been on one of our Zooms. We had a PDF for Alaska, so this is our more updated version of that PDF. As you can see, it talks a little about everything, pictures of the cabin. So this is also available for those who are interested. I would highly recommend writing this email address down, especially if you're new, or those who don't know, we have a new email for travel. So are you ready? It's travel, the @ Royal Splendor travel.com, and it will be at the very end. So we have this fabulous presentation that we can provide you if you're interested. We're working on our royal team. Kim is coming as well. I just didn't have a picture of her, and the one I had, I didn't get approval to put it on. I didn't get approval of my sister either, but she's my sister. We have our lovely Sharon. She's very active right now in the Alaska Facebook page. Next week, Sunday, is our Alaska Zoom, so please look at your emails. And so this just kind of gives you a nice brief. If you need it, it's available now. But here's our new travel at royalsplendortravel.com, our phone number, and that's a great way to get a hold of me. Okay. So other than that, Dana was available, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity for her to come and talk about the new ship and give us an insight from someone who works at Princess. So I do appreciate everybody's how kind you were and gave her a lot of welcome. Sharon, you have a question. You may need to unmute yourself. There you go.
Nancy, where can we get that presentation you just put on? Where can we get it to print it off?
Okay, so if you're already registered, I will email it to you and you can print it off. If you haven't been registered yet, just email travel@royalsplendortravel.com and I will be happy to send that to you as well.
Okay.
So, okay, any other questions? For those who haven't signed up, if you want to stay on a few minutes later, I'll be happy to ask any direct questions. For those who already signed up, thank you so much. If you're interested in pricing from a cove balcony to a regular balcony, let's talk about that. And we will definitely be able to, see the price changes. Nancy, the concierge. So our concierge fee, well, because I've added another employee. You haven't been able to meet her yet. Her name is Kristen, and her kiddos just went into school. So you'll meet Kristen as well. She's going to be helping me. But for 2 years of awesome concierge fee, we felt that this was a nice fair price. So good to ask. All right. Anybody else have anything? Oh, one more message here. No problem, Cynthia. That looks like it's it. Okay, so I'll stay on for 5 minutes more for those who would like to ask any questions who haven't registered yet. And don't forget, we have Zoom. So when you register, make sure you get your Zoom scheduled, and then we can talk one-on-one. That's a lot of what we do. So, Barbara, I will let David know that you said hello. Thank you so much. Okay, anybody staying on? Just hang out. For those, thank you so much for everybody for participating. I'm so glad you got to meet Dana. She'll pop in and out a little more often. All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.
See everybody soon. Thanks,
See you
Nancy.
soon. See you on next cruise with you.
Yes, if
Okay,
you're doing
be in
Alaska,
touch.
don't forget, Alaska's next Sunday morning.
I'm coming.
Okay.
Della wants the link, Nancy. Thank you. For Alaska.
The link for Alaska. Okay, I'm going to write it down.
Yes, please.
For me to send you, okay?
She want to go on a little one to test ourselves.
So you want to just do the 7-dayer?
Get one smaller?
Send it. We'll see. We got ginger gum. Okay.
Okay. No.
Okay. Thank you. Take care, everybody.
No problem. Take care. Big hugs.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Sue. Now, do you all have any questions I could help you with? I see Gail. Gail, your picture that you posted was so pretty. And Gail wants to upgrade. Okay. Gail, A-C-R-E. I'm just writing this down for you. Where'd she go? Oh, you'll have to unmute. We can look definitely at the prices. I don't think a cove balcony is that bad. Okay, I'm always very conservative with your money, hands down. I didn't think it was that bad, but if you didn't want an enclosed balcony, we can definitely look at what a regular balcony costs, okay?
Yeah, and if it, somewhere fair, similarly situated to the cove balcony.
Yes, so that is always my first and foremost thing that I do is try to find mid-aft or mid. It's really what's available. Since Princess was doing these $99 specials, the cabin's booked up really fast. So that's why I'm saying, let's get your money in. I can always move you when things start opening up again. But my biggest thing was grabbing that cabin at that price, and kind of hanging on to it. But we can talk about the upgrade to the regular balcony and see what, I can't remember, Gail, if you have a roommate.
I do not.
Not yet, right?
Right.
Okay, there was one of our previous passengers, and she's looking for a roommate, and she's lovely. So I've been starting to put people together. So she hasn't signed up yet, but I think she's going to. So I can share with you her information once she signs up. But remember, we have lots of time. So
yeah, okay.
Okay, excellent. And Diane, how are you? How can I help you? Diane Ruffin? Christine, can you read in the notes who was asking about a roommate for Greece? I can't remember because once I hit end, I lose those chats.
It was the participant that it just came up as not named. It just said Zoom user.
Okay, well, I have a Zoom user here as well. She's blonde hair and wears glasses.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, so Diane, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
I'm great.
I didn't have a question.
Oh, okay. No, okay, perfect. I wasn't sure if you were staying on just to listen to more questions or if you needed.
Oh, I see. No, I was just staying to listen to more questions.
Okay, beautiful. No, that's great. And anything else? Did anything come to mind? So you're all good?
No, I'm all good, thanks.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'm gonna Sue, how are you?
I'm good. I was just listening to the questions.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
I think it's Dolly Verberg. I just saw a
Dolly's
comment
right
here.
there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dolly, let me just write that down. Dolly. So Dolly, I unmute you. Register, and then were you able to grab that link that the second link?
I grabbed it.
So once you register, I will definitely see who needs a roommate and kind of put you together. What I probably will do is grab you a cabin first, and then we can work on getting a roommate for you. And then once we pair you with someone, then I'll drop the extra cabin and move your funds over, or she can go this way. Whoever has the least expensive cabin, because if someone, could be $100 difference in your savings for you. So I kind of move you to if they have a little bit less price, depending on when they joined.
Okay. Yeah, I do want I am looking at the deluxe balconies.
Okay. I think Debbie Bolter needs a deluxe balcony cabin mate. I think she was one of them. Yes, I still have a couple that are waiting in different categories. So just register, and there's a note section that you can put in there too as well.
Okay. I don't know if it was asked on it because my dog's distracted me for a minute. But how much a month does it usually come out to be? Do you know? Average?
The average right now is oh my gosh, it all depends on what that balcony is going to cost. So you have 15 months to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take the average on our registration page right now, divide that by 15 months, like if you get the Princess Plus and the deluxe balcony, divide that by 15 months, then that will give you kind of where you're at.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So no problem. Right now, my math is horrible. Okay. Diane Weaver, I see you're on, but I don't see your picture, love. And then we have Sharon Hitchcock is on, but I don't see your picture either. Sharon, do you have a question, hon? Oh, okay, well, I guess that is it. I am so excited that you guys joined us. Thank you.
Exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you and love. Life's sweetest reward. Let it flow. It floats back to you. Soon we'll be making another run. The love boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on